Now, this song apparently was written for Harry Belafonte. And you may have heard him singing it long ago. And Harry Belafonte was another person I met. It's amazing. He was one of the ones who wanted to bring our show, Wait a Minute, to Broadway. We went with someone else. We went with Frank Lesser, who wrote Guys and Dolls. But that was fun. Anyway, I'll sing you the song. And I use this as a warm-up. It's got a nice sort of lilt to it. I ain't gonna marry in the fall, and I sure ain't gonna marry in the spring, 'cause I'm in love with a pretty little girl who wears a diamond ring. 'Cause I'm just a country boy, money have I none, but I got silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. Gold in the morning sun. One of the reasons why I like this song so much is the accompaniment that I made up for it. I love this bit. Gold in the morning. You'll get it next time you come here. Never gonna kiss those ruby lips of the prettiest girl in town. Never gonna ask her to be my wife, 'cause I know she'd turn me down. 'Cause I'm just a country boy, money have I none, but I got silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. Gold in the morning sun. Never could afford a store-bought ring with a sparkling diamond stone. All I could afford was a loving heart, the only one I own. 'Cause I'm just a country boy, money have I none, but I got silver in the stars and gold in the morning sun. Oh yes, I have gold in the morning sun. Oh, yes, good idea. I shouldn't have. Thank you so much. Yes, I made some notes because I was expecting to rehearse these last 2 weeks. But 9 to 5, you can't have the time to rehearse things like this. So I do have my cheat sheet here. Tommy Boydell was a South African politician from the last century, long ago. And he was probably a rascal. And but he had a very interesting life. And he wrote an autobiography for himself, and he called it My Luck Was In. And I think the book sold pretty well because he decided to go on living, and he wrote a second autobiography, and he called it My Luck's Still In. And I want to steal his title because that's the way I feel. My luck was in, and it's still in. It's really great. So that's how I feel about my life. Birthdays come and go, you can't stop them. But retirement, well, I feel that I've probably done enough shows for children, 40 plus years, enough for maybe 2 or 3 lifetimes, wouldn't you think? I mean, there's some people here who, that is the daily grind for us, people who do school assembly programs. Yeah. Well, it's not really a retirement party, and it's not really a birthday party. It's a gratitude party for me, because I'm just so grateful for all the people in my life, and you're representative of bunches of people who have obviously helped me through my life. From my parents onwards, my brother who's in Africa, he's not here today, and there have been so many who make my life a charmed life. And I've spoken about Helene already, who was in Wait a Minute with me and singing. And it was way back when, well, I should say really that I've been so lucky because I married two wonderful women, one at a time. No Mormon jokes here at all. They both had something in common: great friend makers. Barbara made the most wonderful friends, and so does Susan. But Barbara made friends with people who have stayed with me forever. And one of my, since I met Barbara, then I met my longtime life witness, Jamil Zachar. And Jamil is basically an honorary uncle in our family, and especially with my kids. And he's a great actor from New York, and then eventually came out here. And I was best man at his wedding when he married Jennifer. And he was best man at my wedding. And when I married Susan, I lived happily and ever after. And that is the end of that show. All right, so, well, Barbara gave me two wonderful children, and I'm incredibly grateful to these children. Sarah was my firstborn. Now, you can tell that I have an English background, and growing up in England, it's sort of in the genes. You develop this thing. It's a sort of birth defect. It's a stiff upper lip. And I learned as a child that it was best not to have any emotions, so you didn't have to express them. But coming to America, that broke down completely. America, people talk about emotions. Marrying someone, that brings out more emotions. Having a child, absolutely fatal. You have to express your emotions. And if you've ever heard me sing a song before, you've likely heard this one. It's a song I wrote for Sarah, my daughter Sarah, when she was, I think, 2 years old. How long can we keep meeting this way? How long will you still want me to play with you and your toys? It'll soon be the boys who take over my place in your life. How long can I tell you stories at night? How long can I check if your shoes are too tight? How long will you bake me a make-believe cake? You'll make someone a wonderful wife. But I'm so lucky I've time on my side. So many years before you're a bride, and until the day that I give you away, I'm still the man in your life. How soon will you take your bath on your own? How soon will you walk to your school all alone? How soon you'll be grown? It'll soon be the phone that takes over my place in your life. How soon will you tire of ice creams each day? How soon will you watch what you eat, what you weigh? How soon you'll beguile with your innocent smile the man who takes you for his wife. But I'm so lucky I've time on my side. So many years before you're a bride, and until the day that I give you away, I'm still the man in your life. So I'll spoil you, rotten daughter of mine. Whatever I do, you'll still turn out divine. As long as I live, you'll know by my touch that I love you for always so much. blessing was when I married Susan, I inherited 2 new daughters, which was wonderful. Unfortunately, as you may know, sadly, we lost Julie early on in our marriage. But we have Heather, and she lives in DC. And when she got married, she asked me if I would sing at her wedding, and I was very honored by that. And then she requested a song that really surprised me. It's a song called Something's Missing. And I don't know if you know this one, but it's a little song I wrote for children. And it's all about things that are missing, obviously. And but she reminded me that really it's a love song. And I'll see if I can remember the words of this one, but this one always reminds me of Heather, but it also reminds me of Tara. Because Tara requested it for her marriage. Something missing. I've got... Oh, by the way, I'm from the old school. It's sort of important to listen to the words of a song. Yeah. Is that okay with you? I've got 2 wheels on my tricycle and 4 toes on each foot. Are you following so far? There's something missing. Okay. I've got 6 days in my week, and up with this I will not put. I'm a bath without a plug, and I'm a handle with no jug. I'm a kiss without a hug unless you're near me. I've got 3 strings on my violin, and I'm an only twin. Something's missing, something's missing, something's in. Now my cat has only got 8 lives. He chases 2 blind mice. On my birthday when I get 3 cheers, they only cheer me twice. I'm an oil well with no oil, and I'm a plant that has no soil. I'm a kettle that won't boil unless you're near me. I'm 2 and 2 make 3 when I add. You're an orphan, says my dad. Something's missing, something's missing, something's Here's a joke for musicians. I've got 6 notes in my octave, and my trio has 2 men. When I go to buy a dozen eggs, they only give me 10. I'm a pub that has no drinks, and I'm a chain that's lost its links. I'm an eye that has no winks unless you're near me. I am toothpaste with no teeth, and I'm a coffin with no wreath. Something's missing, something's missing, something's in. To me, my life is all complete. For no longer do I have 4 toes, no longer 2 left feet. I'm a playground full of swings, and I'm an eagle with his wings. I'm a nightingale that sings because you're near me. Now, my love, I beg you stay, 'cause when you stay, then I can say, nothing's missing, nothing's missing, nothing's missing. So lucky, another lucky thing. Jim Henson picked up that song and put it on the Muppets. Can you believe that? I mean, it's marvelous. So lucky. Well, we have another child. It's Devon. Devon is my son, and our son, because we share our children. And Devon I named after the English county of the same name. Devonshire, or Devonshire, as we say. Or usually people just say Devon. And Devon is where my father grew up, and so this is my way of honoring my father, to name him after that county. I could have named him after the county where I was born, which was Somerset, but that name had been taken already. There's a man called Somerset Maugham. At the time, I thought that Devon was a unique name. I knew of no one called Devon. But now, lots of people called Devon, and half of them are women. I mean, it's impossible. Anyway, so I gave him a middle name, an African name, Kunjan. And Kunjan is a Zulu word that means, how are you? And when I told the staff, my father's staff on the farm in Africa, that I named him Kunjani, they fell about the place. They just loved that idea. And so he's called Devon Kunjan. And this is a little short lullaby I wrote for him when he was about 2. And it says, La la gasle. You have to loosen up your cheek a little bit. La la gasle, umfahren. Sleep well, young man. That's what it means. La la gasle, la la gasle, la la gasle, umfahren. La la gasle, la la gasle, sleep well, Devon Punjab. Hush, hear the shooting stars fall, clouds drifting over the moon. All the night long, daytime's sleep, and you'll be asleep very soon. La la gasle, 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 sleep well, my little son. And the nice thing was, when I made the recording, I got Devon on tape saying, good night. Well, Barbara introduced me to Will and Patsy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. And so it's marvelous to have these people, you know, you've known your whole life and you can compare notes over and over again. They had a wonderful party about, was it 3 years ago? 3 years ago. It was a golden wedding anniversary, can you imagine? And I played my pipes for them, not quite as well as I played them before.
Beautiful.
The lungs were not quite the same. The pipes are the same, but they've always been, but the lungs are, you know. Yeah.
It's a great surprise.
And I don't know when I met Joan. What was it? Back in New York, but we knew you when we came out already.
Christmas, when you came to our house.
Oh, was the first time? Was that the first time?
Chautauqua, when
Yeah.
we had just moved here.
Yes.
And you arrived at our house
Yes.
to take us out caroling, and you made our vacation,
Ah.
our Christmas, because we were sad to leave New York.
Yes. So then I moved from New York, came out here, and in fact, made some friends for myself. And I think it was 1977 that I first met Joan Boyette. And I discovered her, or she discovered me, one of the two, I'm not sure which. And we've known each other since '77. And pretty much everybody in this room knows where you fit in, you know, to my life, because I've met you at different times. But it is wonderful to have all those connections. The other major person in our life, Marilyn Sousa. Where Marilyn Sousa? Oh, you're right there. I used to do my shows on African music, and she would do workshops on African music or something similar. And so we sort of followed each other around the circuit. And it was Marilyn who realized that my wife had died and that Susan was available and put us together. Smart move. The thing that Susan does, which always surprises me up to a point, nothing really surprises me with Susan, but this did. She's so good at making friends, but not only that, she talks to her friends and says nice things about me. which is so unusual, isn't it? Yeah. But it makes it so easy for me to make friends with those people because they already think I'm a nice guy, you know? So that's it.
You are.
All right, so my running order has gone completely crooked here. Let me see what I'm going to do next. Lila Garcia, yes, then I always had good hand-eye coordination. So it's the retirement part of the thing is, you know, you do shows for children forever, and it's lovely. It's lovely, but you can get tired of children. And it's lovely to have an adult audience for a child. Because, very often why the Muppets like my songs is because they're sort of ageless in a way. They appeal to kids as well as to adults. But when I sing songs to kids and the teachers start laughing, the kids look, what? Because the joke's right over the head, But this one is designed for us more senior citizens. And it's one I never sing for children. And I think I may have written this when I was in my 40s. And now that I'm in my 80s, I still haven't got used to it. It's really not appropriate. So just try to put this in a category of being an historical documentary. See those women in those magazines? Their fashions and their fads. And even in the LA Times, those brazen full-page ads. But look at them, they're immature, each one of them's a child. I've put away my childish toys. You know what drives me wild? I'm wild for women over 40. Nearer 50's more my style, and younger ones will have to wait for me a long, long while. Once I met a girl, Priscilla. She was lovely as the rose. I went to pick her up one night, and while she changed her clothes, my whole life changed before my eyes. When down the stairs she came, Priscilla's mother, what a woman! Ellen was her name. I'm wild for women over 40. Nearer 50's more my style, and younger ones will have to wait for me a long, long while. What makes women over 40 so attractive? Well, it's a sense of understanding, knowingness, and great self-confidence. It's not the blush of youth, nor the fragrance of young skin, nor those luscious limber bodies. No. No, it's something deep within. And so I married Ellen, an orchid in full bloom. And radiant as the bride was she, and me, the handsome groom. The honeymoon was pleasant, but my heart was feeling numb, 'cause now I knew the one I really loved was Ellen's mum. I'm wild for women over 60, nearer 80's more my style, and younger ones will have to wait for me a long, long while. Thank you. Well, I'd actually just sing you one last song. Is everything okay? Good. This is meant to be just a short little concert. And this one I'm so glad that you are here to witness, because it's a song I never sing. And I never sing it for a couple of good reasons. One of them is that my accompaniment is just not good enough for this song. It really needs more backing, I think. And I was very lucky. One time I was traveling back east with an orchestra, a sort of tame orchestra, and they actually played for me, and it was wonderful to sing with that orchestra, and that's a thrill, singing with an orchestra. And the other reason is that I wrote this song pitched too high, and the top note is a ruffle for me. And that's my fault. But I excuse myself by saying I must have been very excited when I wrote this song.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No problems. I was very excited when I wrote this song. It's actually a love song for Susan. That's why it's so important. And shortly after we got married, Susan had a job down in San Diego, and it was going to take her a couple of days. And I took the opportunity to write this song for Susan while she was away. And at that time in our marriage, I knew one or two things about Susan. Later I found out a lot. But at that time, we kind of took a chance on each other. We didn't know too much about each other. And one of the things I knew about Susan was that she loved her motor car. more than anything. I mean, have you seen her car out front? It's a little Woody, that PT
yeah.
Cruiser.
Yeah.
Sweet little car. She loves that car. In those days, what she loved was her Mustang. This was a gutsy car. The clutch was actually so tough. It was putting it. Oh, for some of you younger ones here, you know what a clutch is? It keeps your left foot busy while you're driving, but the clutch was so heavy, it was putting her back out. I eventually got her to give it up, but that was a struggle. Anyway, this car was painted a brilliant red, and she loved this car. And so I realized that if I wanted to sing a song for Susan, a love song for Susan, I had to go through the car to get to her. And so that's why this song is directed right to the car itself, rather than to Susan. All right, I'll see if I can do it justice with the top note on the guitar. Where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, your sunroof wide open, your radio loud, carrying all that I live for still further away with your turbocharged power so proud. Oh, where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, you are responsible when I'm not there. So carry your precious load over that endless road. Carry my love in her seatbelt with care. I had a hell of a job getting her to wear a seatbelt. She just did not want to wear that seatbelt. I had to insist. Where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, conquering mountains all silenced by snow, or racing the desert, saguaros stand watching blue clouds of exhaust in your dust as you go. Oh, where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, chasing white seagulls along by the shore. Check all your tires, check your oil, check your brakes, and take care of my love till I see her once more. Will you rub her back like I do? Make her purr, make her smile, make her coffee in the morning, mile after mile. Will you hold her hand like I do, crossing rivers and streams? Will you take her to the movies and share all her dreams? Where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, your sunroof wide open, your radio loud, carrying all that I live for still further away with your turbocharged power so proud. Oh, where are you now? Brilliant red Mustang, go faster, I want you to be back here today, back in my driveway, so hurry home, back home to me, back home to me.
Foundation, this organization, and they have decided to award you with a beautiful award, and excuse me, I have to just get ready to give it to you.
Do I have to wear my gown and open at the front or the back?
Well,
Is it?
you might consider that. Do you want to run up and get it? So, they had a lot of people that their names were submitted for this award.
Okay, du haben Sachen. Okay.
You can sit right here. But after voting, you were selected to receive this award. With all the other contestants that tried to get the award, it seemed that you had to be named Paul, Hugh, Lawrence, Tracey. And if you weren't named that, then you couldn't really get this award because this award is from the Susan Cambic Tracey Achievement Award. For Paul Hugh Lawrence Tracey. And you got all the votes. And it's awarded to you for 80 years of humor, music, songs, stories, adventure, artistic educational performances, and loving kindness to all.
That is superb. Camden Tracey, that's a kind of a long name, isn't it?
Okay, there we go.
Is that too low?
No, that's not too low. We're doing it too. Okay, so Paul.
Susan, Queen of